What's going on, everybody? It's Saturday and we got like a low to mid 50-degree day, so we are back on the bike for the first time in a couple months. Pretty exciting. I'm gonna try to knock out some older MotoTalk episodes because I've been slacking in that department, and give you a little update. Let's get this going. I have no destination, so I think I'm probably just gonna head out to my brother's. It'll be like a 40-minute ride, so at least it'll give me somewhere to go. For those of you who don't know, I have the BK Moto headlights, and like after a week that I got them, the projectors stopped working. The halos themselves worked, but the projectors didn't work, so nighttime riding wasn't very exciting. I could be seen without a problem, but I mean, I wasn't projecting any light onto the street, so that was kind of an issue as far as low-lit areas. So I just need to buckle down and just get this done. And I've gone back and forth with BK Moto. I just kind of wanted them to send me a ballast and see if I could get it to work, and they're like, we'll just send the lights, we'll fix everything. Because I have the color changing LED lights, so when I change it to like a blue or something like that, like 2 or 3 of the LED strips would be green. And if I'm paying a decent amount of money for these headlights, I kind of expect them to work properly. So after today's ride, I need to go back, figure out how to get these headlights out, and ship them back out to this guy so he can fix them. It's the putting together that's the difficult part. So yeah. So that's kind of my agenda, and then he said once he sees it, it'll be like 7 to 10 days before I'll get them back. This is the nicer day for the foreseeable future. You know, for the next like week, I think it's gonna be like in the upper 30s, maybe the low 40s, which is rideable. But I mean, I work during the week anyways, and I don't really ride, so it's not gonna be a big deal. But if I don't do it now, I'll just never do it, and then riding season will come, then I'll be pissed at myself because riding at night's gonna suck. So that is my agenda for today. Let's crank out a MotoTalk topic. Episode 40. That car is on fire. What would you do differently if you started your motorcycle journey over again? I don't know if it's super relevant for you guys to know my background, but I'm going to try to do it really quick, just so you know that when I say I'm going to change something, you know what I'm changing from. I bought a helmet and a jacket after I signed up for a class. Hadn't taken it, signed up for a class. So helmet, jacket after I signed up, as well as ordered some gloves and boots actually, like the next week. Alright? I signed up for a class at Harley Davidson. Probably the most expensive route you could go, but seeing as I was going to tell my parents and they're pretty super anti-motorcycle, at least it's going to be like the one name that they'd at least recognize. So that was my mentality. It was kind of dumb, but that's my thought process for why I did Harley instead of doing something else. Now, Illinois actually offers a lot of really cheap courses, borderline free if you're cheap. A lot of them have like a $20 course that is technically refundable, but the money goes to the instructor, so you'd have to be kind of a dick to take that 20 bucks back. So if I had to do it over again, I'd probably go that route. That being said, I mean, the Harley course was awesome. I had a really cool instructor that actually rode a sport bike. He had a BMW S1000RR. Granted, I didn't really know how cool it was at the time, but that's what he had. The riding test. The riding portion of the test, I got 100%. So in hindsight, you know, everything worked out that way, so I'd change it, but it wasn't worth the couple $100 I spent on it, to be honest. The next thing I would change was the gear that I bought. I didn't buy crap gear. I just bought gear that I don't use anymore, pretty much. I actually still use my gloves and I still use my boots. Those were decisions that weren't really impulse buys, where my jacket and my helmet were. I got a Scorpion EXO something helmet, and then a Scorpion textile jacket. If I had to do it over again, I would buy the helmet that I would love and I would do my research on that because I ended up getting an Icon variant, so it's a little more expensive. But I would definitely make sure to do things right the first time because you're just kind of blowing money away. And I would also not get a textile jacket, I'd get a leather jacket right from the beginning. I've not worn my textile jacket in a long, long, long time. Pretty much since I got the leather jacket, I've never put the textile jacket on. The next thing I would do is that I would buy this bike right here. I guess my first bike. This is a 2013 Ninja ZX6R. The first year the 636 came back, and I bought a Ninja 300 for my first bike, and then I sold it within a couple months. So if I was to do it over again, I would just skip over the 300 and get the 636. I was very comfortable as far as speed goes, so that wasn't like an issue for me. Some people kind of takes a little getting used to as far as going a little bit faster, but I would have loved to have this bike first because this would have saved me, you know, realistically a couple grand in the long run. But after getting the 300, which was great, it's a great bike. If you're just commuting and doing stuff like that, I mean, it's a perfect bike, don't get me wrong. Did want a little bit more power, so the 636 was doable, and it's very manageable as a first bike as long as you're not an idiot. It's actually kind of chilly. I put the liner in the jacket, and then I got a t-shirt. But most of my changing would be from a financial basis, not for anything else. So, quick vlog, trying to get caught up. Hopefully I answered everything. I'll catch you guys on the next one.